Welcome to the latest video. This one, I just got done doing some work on the Racquetball podcast, so if you're a fan of that, I have one coming out soon. I know it's been like 2 months since the release of the most recent one. It's taken me a while, but it's coming out soon, so rest assured. I figured I'd keep it rolling with my microphone and my headset, my podcasting gear for this video. And this video is on a concept from Tim Ferriss termed, "What if it were easy?" So in Tim's latest book, it's called Tribe of Mentors. He decided to, and not only with the book, but with a bunch of different concepts in his life, he decided to ask the question, what if it were easy? So with this book, he wanted to break down a bunch of different answers from top performers in their fields on how they approach different areas of life. And instead of asking, instead of interviewing a bunch of people and then chapter by chapter synthesizing a bunch of different work and then breaking down the concepts himself, he simply emailed these people a set of 11 questions and then copy and pasted their answers into a book. Didn't take him a whole lot of work, but it's still a phenomenal book. I've read most of it. I kind of pick and choose the people I'm most interested in. But what if it were easy? So where can you take this concept in life? And I think the value in this concept is that we often think we have to grimace through difficult. We think work has to be really, really difficult for us. We have to be grimacing through it. We think it has to be really intense and hard in order for us to produce something of really high value. And that's not the case. As Tim did with his book, it was fairly easy for him to do the work of putting together the book, but it's still an amazing book. Another example of this, I think, is Derek Sivers, who was on Tim's show, who went through, he used to do this intense bike ride from, I think, his home to his work, where he would time himself and he would try to keep improving on his time. And he was kind of plateauing. He was going as hard as he could. He would be drenched in sweat after these rides, and he kept hitting 43 minutes. No matter how hard he went, 43 minutes is what he kept hitting. So Derek decided that he was going to take it easy on the next ride. He was going to smell the roses, so to speak, and do it a little bit more leisurely on the next ride. It ended up taking him 46 minutes. So sure, it's a little bit worse of a time, but what if you made things easy? You didn't have to grind your teeth through something super difficult, but you could still have, if not the same amount of value or more, you could still have 90% of the value. I like looking at this in a lot of areas of life. I think all these habits and these disciplines and all these different things you try to do throughout your day, you think that they have to be really hard. You think, I'm going to do a workout that has to be really, really difficult. Well, what if you decided to make it easy? Not that it might be better in some cases if it's hard, but you can decide to make something much easy for yourself and still have a high percentage of the results that you think you'd be getting if you were to do it as hard as you could. So try to apply that concept where you can. I find it to be really helpful, asking myself the question, what if it were easy?